Before the video begins, if you like what I do and want to support me in a more personal way, consider joining me on Patreon. Members get exclusive perks for just £3 a month. Link in the description. Hello everyone and welcome back to a new video for the channel. My name is Luke Triton and this is an update video. We have a lot to discuss, so let's jump straight in. So first of all, the biggest thing that happened recently was I hit 5,000 subscribers here on YouTube, so thank you all ever so much for helping me reach that milestone. 5,000 people love all the LEGO content I've made. That is fascinating. And here we are all this time later, 5,000 subscribers strong. Thank you all ever so much for your support. But now to get into the meat and potatoes of this video, this update is going to be very... what's the word to use? It's gonna sting. I think that's the best way I could describe this. So at the start of April, I moved into a new home, and you can see the background is very different. So there is quite the story to that. I'm not going to go into any details because it is all personal, but all you need to know is the past, what, like 4 months maybe, basically since December, I've only uploaded half a dozen videos, like 6-ish videos I think. Things have not been good for the personal side of things, and it's been tricky to be able to keep up with YouTube. Having to do live streams in certain conditions became very tricky as well, so that's why the live streams stopped. I've wanted to be able to keep doing them. I wanted to be able to continue to do them because it was so much fun to be able to chat with people, and I've said this like a bunch of times, but frankly ever since the new year dinged, something just happened where personal events have gone downhill. So everything's fine now, we're all good. Again, you don't need to concern yourself about any of the personal details. It's just been very, very tricky to keep up with anything for the channel in the conditions that I was stuck with. So the conditions I'm with now are a challenge in of itself. So as of the start of April, I had moved into this new home, and when you move into a new home, you have to spend some time fixing things, changing things, getting yourself settled, and bringing over a massive LEGO collection amongst other personal effects. It's a bit tricky to be able to do so much at once. I have downsized my collection heavily, and I've still got a long way to go. So the part that's going to sting the most for people is the fact that I am choosing to step away from LEGO trains. I have lost the spark for it. The fire is not in my belly for LEGO trains anymore. I made a post maybe a month or two ago, I can't remember how long, but I basically declared I've fallen out of love with the LEGO train hobby. I'm not going to be going away from it forever. I've still got some models, I still got a Looper track, but so many sets have been sold, power functions related to it has all been sold. I'm going to be scrapping my layout after a show at the start of June because so much has happened as to how that layout has come together, and with other personal effects where I just don't want the layout anymore. It's been a real shame to how to declare that because it was so nice to see it all come together, but sometimes things just don't work out, I guess. So yeah, to keep it simple, I'm stepping away from LEGO trains, but it's not permanent. I've had so much fun building LEGO car stuff, so I'm going to be focusing all in on that. But even that's going to be a challenge in of itself because the current state of my new home is, well, I'm still nowhere near ready to be able to film. I technically do have an area I can experiment with, but I've not been satisfied with the space at the moment. I might tinker around with ways to potentially get some videos of mock showcases online, specifically mock videos, because that is basically all I do for YouTube. I've done a few other videos where I've talked about LEGO, and I think that's going to have to be the way forward for the foreseeable future. So one thing I know I want to do is the next video after this one is going to be a discussion about some potential sets coming out for June 1st, 2025. So one thing I think will be really good is to be able to return to making content, but do so in the form of discussion videos. My editing skills are basic. If you've seen any of my videos, you would know that editing is put a couple of clips together, some the graphics are on the screen, and that's basically it. It's nothing advanced by any means, but in terms of making discussion videos, it's a much simpler and easier process for me to just discuss something, put the editing stuff together, instead of having to set up a whole area to be able to put a mock in front of the camera, get all the details and shots that I need, and then go into the editing process. It was so much easier in my previous place because I had such an open space to do that, but of course my new surroundings can't quite accommodate that yet. So mock videos will come back, the Street Racer series will continue when I'm fully ready to, all the new car mock showcase videos, so much more will happen. But it's just, well, technically it's already been on hold for the past few months, so I'm going to keep up with LEGO discussion videos before we get back to the mocks. I don't know how long this is going to take, so I need you to be patient with me for a little bit longer, but all the same, I'm pretty sure you understand that. And that is basically it for this video. Thank you all ever so much for watching. Thank you all so much for 5,000 subscribers. The first big milestone for any YouTuber, I would say. I think 10,000 is where you get your first plaque. I didn't even really think about that until I was looking at other YouTuber celebrations. I thought maybe I should make my own little Lego one. It would be a funny little thing to have on the wall behind my computer. Maybe that could be a video in of itself, I don't know, we'll look into it. But speaking of social media stuff, I have decided to pick up my Instagram once again. So my Instagram is first of all linked in the description, so make sure you give me a follow. But it was more so for personal stuff. I never really used Instagram to post so much. Every now and then I would, but seeing as I can't do too much with YouTube at the moment, I'm going to try and pick up Instagram again. So make sure you follow me for a lot of behind the scenes action and some models yet to come here on YouTube. And if you want to support me any more personal way, consider joining me on Patreon. Patreon members get many exclusive perks for just £3 a month. Link once again in the description. Thanks again for watching everyone. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I will see you all in the next episode. Bye bye.